Welcome to Eye on Columbus. I'm Robin Wallace in the studio today, and look who's here. David from Columbus Connection.
Hello.
Well, this has never happened. We're always here in the
joining forces.
We are. We're always in the studio at different times.
Yeah,
Never at the same time. So we thought, you know, what the heck? Let's
try
talk a little.
something new.
Yeah, let's try something
Tag
new.
team.
We'll interview each other.
Let's do that.
How about that? Well, so what do you have going on?
Oh, nothing much. You know, the city this is a great time for the city. It's fall, so we've got the football classics. We have the new stuff going on downtown or uptown, whichever one that you want to call it. So yeah, it's a good time of year. The weather it might be hot, might snow, might flood, might be 100 degrees.
You just got to roll with the changes every day.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing much besides that, just enjoying life. How about you?
Well, we've got the Greater Columbus Fair coming to the Columbus Civic Center
yes.
November 9th through 19th. We're excited about that because you know, we're just days away, and yeah, it's exciting time of year down at the Civic Center.
Now, are you from Columbus?
I'm not originally from
The
Columbus,
fair
no.
I remember like back in when it used to be like livestock and just the smell and the whole setup was different, and the way it changed, and it's really interesting. It's a real good time.
It's definitely a different fair than it was in years past,
Yeah.
but it's a great fair. We last year had a new carnival provider, Kissel Entertainment, and they are fantastic to work with. We just love those people. Their rides are amazing. They have great games. They have great attractions. This year, speaking of animals, we have a great petting zoo. We had it last year, and they're back again. So that gives the kids a little opportunity to get a little taste of the farm animals and such. And then we have a lion and tiger show this year.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So that will be daily on the Midway, and your admission into the fair gets you free admission to that show, as well as the petting zoo. And we have a high-flying aerial circus act that is going to be performing this year.
So I just pulled out all the stuff.
We did. We definitely did. We also have a stage out there, and we'll have local entertainment every night. We've got like dance competition, singing competition, lots of the Miss Greater Columbus Fair pageant happens on the main stage. So we have lots of activities happening.
I didn't even know there was a Greater Miss Columbus Fair pageant.
The Miss Greater Columbus Fair pageant.
Wow.
Yep. We have it every year, and it's great. And from what I understand from the pageant director, this year is they have the biggest amount of entries that they've ever had. So that happens on Saturday, November 11th at 2 p.m. So for those of you that have never been to the pageant,
like myself,
yes, it's a great opportunity to see. It's a really, really neat pageant.
Yeah. Now, you're part of the team that like puts all this stuff. You got lions and tigers and trapeze artists, and what's it like putting all this stuff together?
Well, it's a lot of work, but we work with each particular show. So they tell us what their needs are, and then we make sure that it's set up the way they want it when they arrive, kind of like the carnival company. The fair starts on Thursday, but the carnival provider has been in town for over a week. So by the time that the fair actually starts, and then the rides start coming in on Sunday, and then by the time, you know, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's amazing how much it changes. And then on Thursday, of course, everything is fully ready to go, and then the state comes in and inspects everything, make sure all the rides are safe, make sure everything is ready to go before we open.
So do you have a plan of how to get because when I take my family there, it's like how to navigate to the best food places. It's like trying to find, you know, the turkey. You got to have a turkey leg. You have to have the fries. You have to have the nachos. You have to have the cotton candy.
Oh yeah, well you've pretty much got to have all of it.
Oh, and the funnel cake.
And the funnel cake too. So it's a good thing that we're moving from a 6-day event to an 11-day event, because that gives you lots of opportunity to be able to try all the foods. But once you go through the main gate this year, you will go through a row of our local vendors, and that's all the people here from the region that come and set up for the week. So you'll have all kinds of great food, you know, authentic Mexican food, and a lot of the local people that have food trucks, they come out for the week. We have a church that comes out every year. And then, of course, the carnival company, they bring all the other types of fair foods, you know, like all the fried, you know, like Oreos and Snickers and every, you know, anything that's going to, you know, cause you a heart attack.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's fun. I
Yeah.
mean, it's fun to be able, there's always something new, always. Like last year, I know that I tried it was a red velvet funnel cake.
I tried that.
You did?
Yep,
Did
I
you like it?
I loved it.
It was
Yeah,
so
real good.
different. I thought I'm either going to really like it or I'm not going to like it at all because I love red velvet cake. It was fantastic. It was so good. So I'm looking forward to see what new things that they have this year because they always have the latest and greatest of all the fair food. And of course, the Carnival Company has amazing rides. I mean, their rides are beautiful, and they have a great Kiddieland area for the little kids, that you can start. I'm around age 2. They're tall enough to get on those, and all the way up to the spectacular rides like the Nemesis 360. There's only 2 in the United States, and we are lucky enough to have the
See,
Nemesis
I forgot
360.
we were even talking. We were talking about the lions and the passion, and then once we started talking about the food, I forgot we got rides.
I
too.
know, we've got rides too.
Yeah.
We've got lots of great rides, and so it's a lot. I mean, there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And if you have kids, this is definitely the place that you want to take them because there is something for everybody, and there's something for everyone's budget too. We have 11 nights this year of promotions. We have some great promotional nights planned for people.
Thank you.
And
that is always because when I have a lot of nieces and nephews. I
Yes.
need all the promotions I can
And
get.
it gets expensive, and we certainly understand that. But like opening night, Thursday, November 9th, it's our traditional buddy night. And so that's buy one armband, get one free. So that's a $25 value. So come in, bring your buddy, and get that. We have dollar night. We'll be doing that. We'll have free ride night where you can come in for an hour and it's free rides, free admission and free rides for an hour. So get there early so you can get in, go ahead and ride for an hour and experience all the fun for free.
Now, have you ever been down there when that happens?
Yes.
I've never been. I always miss it. But what is it? Is it just people running around, just flying, trying to get to the rides while they're still free? Or-
Kind of, yeah. Now, another promotion that we did last year that was a huge success, and we are thrilled to be able to offer this again. But on the Wednesday of the fair, we will be doing a promotion in conjunction with the Valley Rescue Mission.
Okay.
You bring 3 canned goods for the Valley Rescue Mission, and in exchange, you will get 3 armbands for $33. That is unbelievable. So that's $11 an armband. There is no better deal the entire 11 days than that Wednesday night.
And the armbands, of course, are what gets you in.
It gets you unlimited rides. It gets you unlimited rides on all the rides. You can ride them all night long, from open to close. If you've got one of those wristbands, it gives you unlimited rides. So if you come in and there are 3 people and you put your canned goods in the bin, then you can get 3 wristbands for $33.
Now, is there a limit to that? If you have 6 people, can you bring 6 canned goods?
Sure.
Great.
Yep. As long as they're bunched in 3s.
Right.
As long as there's 3 people, you can bring 12, whatever
Right.
you want.
Right.
However many you want.
Awesome.
I know, it's great. And last year, we had no idea what to expect when we did it with the Valley Rescue Mission. One of the ladies was in tears an hour into it. She said, "This is such a blessing because our food pantry was almost bare. We did not know what we were going to do. And then look at this. The bins just kept filling up. We couldn't empty them fast enough. And then the truck was completely full by the end of the night."
Wow.
So it really was a great night and great for the community because the Valley Rescue Mission does such great things. So that was great. But anyway, all of these events that I'm talking about and the promotions, you can find all of this information on our website, which is columbusciviccenter.org. And we have a printer-friendly version of the schedule. So all you do is just go on there and print the schedule out, and then you can figure out what's the best night for you and your family.
Well, you just told me what the best night is for me and
That
my
is,
family.
that's a pretty good night. Monday night is Mommy Monday, so you come in and if you buy a admission and wristband for your child, then you get in and you get a free wristband. So it just depends on, how many you have in your family or who you're bringing to the fair.
But it's something for everybody.
There
Everybody's
is definitely something for everybody. And then another thing that we'll be doing is, it's a tradition to have lunch at the fair. And so weekdays from 11 to 2, you can come down and have the famous, fair foot-long chili dog. And there's also a phone number on our website, and you can call ahead if you'd like to get orders to take back to work, because a lot of people often do that. They'll send somebody down from their office and pick up a whole box full of the foot-long chili dogs from the fair.
Nice. Real nice.
Very nice. So just go to our website, columbusciviccenter.org, click on the events page, and click on the Greater Columbus Fair. It has all the information that we've been talking about on there.
Good deal. It was great hanging out here. I might come back and hang out with you another time.
We need to hang out some more.
Yeah. Well, what day are you going to the fair?
I'll be there every day.
You'll be there every day.
I'll be
you'll be there open
I
and
will be
closed.
there November 9th through 19th.
Yeah, well, when you see me, we're going to hang out. We're going to tell you what. I want your favorite ride and your favorite food you got to show me. Because you know the whole layout.
I do know the
and
whole
you can
layout.
get me you can help me break the line. You can
Absolutely. Oh, yeah,
like
sure.
VIP?
I know people.
Cool. Okay.
I know people.
We good then.
Yeah. So we'll ride a ride, then we'll eat.
Exactly.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Well, I'm so glad we got to catch up today.
Yes,
This has been
yes,
great,
yes.
David. I
Well,
really
I will
enjoyed
see
it.
you at the fair.
Yes, I will see you at the fair, and I will see all of you in just a minute with more of Eye on Columbus.
Bicycles are fun at any age. Just remember the rules of the road when you're out enjoying a bike ride. And motorists, when you're sharing the road with cyclists, use caution and give at least 3 feet when passing. Bicycles are safe, fun, and sensible. When you ride, be visible, be predictable, and be alert. You'll have a safe ride and a great time. Let's get there together, Georgia. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety and Georgia Bikes.
Welcome back to Eye on Columbus. I'm Robin Wallace, joined in the studio now with Monica Corbus from
Right from the Start.
From Right from the Start. We've done some interviews in the past. We could go on for hours,
I know.
actually.
We actually could.
Because you have so much going on at Right from the
We
Start.
have so much going on. We are a marriage and family initiative here in Columbus, Georgia. We have a threefold mission. One is to increase fatherhood involvement, because we realize that the families without fathers are missing, they're in need of those dads. And so we're trying to get dads more involved in their kids' lives. And we have 48.4% single parent homes here in Columbus, Georgia. So that's almost half of our homes are single parent homes.
And I don't know that people realize it's that high.
Yeah.
That's extremely high.
Yeah, the schools definitely do, because they see the results of mainly mothers taking care of their children, but not always. It's sometimes it's the dad too. But it's unfortunate because it takes two to really raise a child.
Boy, does
I mean,
it.
it takes a village to raise a child, and so we realize that, and that's one of our missions, is to increase that fatherhood involvement, to teach dads how to be a better dad. Even from the very beginning, we have a boot camp for new dads, so teaching them how to change a diaper, how to take care of their wife or the mother of their child, how to take care of themselves. Talking about new schedules and things, because with a new baby, I mean, you're a zombie.
Right.
So they don't realize that, so we teach them those skills in the Daddy Boot Camp. But we also have All Pro Dad, and I want to talk about this because it's such a great program and it's growing. It's free. And what we do is we go to the schools, and the dads will bring their kids in the morning for breakfast. Now, it could be 7:15 in the morning, depending upon the time that the child starts school.
Okay.
And they get up, and all the dads meet together, and it might be at the school, or it might be at Chick-fil-A, at the Chick-fil-A, Midland Chick-fil-A. We had 90 people. That's good business for Chick-fil-A.
Sure is.
So they bring their kids in, they get their breakfast, they sit down, we start the program, they get up and they talk about what they're proud of about their child. I mean, to the point that I started crying at this one.
I was going to say, I'll be in tears.
This dad, you could tell that he didn't talk a lot, and it wasn't like he was feeling really comfortable about this. Well, he got up and he just started bragging about his son. He was like, he's an awesome baseball player. His grades are this, and then he just stopped and he just started crying. And the kids started crying. Aww. And then we started crying.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
if you just hear that once in your whole life from your dad,
Right.
you're going to hold on to that.
Sure.
And that's what they do at these
Or
all-pro
maybe
dads.
dad realized at that point, I've never said this to my son. And then the dad, the child may be thinking, I didn't know my dad thought this about me.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, it's all about relationships.
Yes.
That's what I am a relationship educator, and we're all about relationships. So
Right.
then after that, we watch a little video, and it could be on respect or responsibility, or whatever the theme is for that month. And then they do an activity together. So it's dad with his kids, no matter how many kids, it's just dad and the kids. And they talk about responsibility, and they talk about chores, and they talk about things like this. And then after that, it's time for everybody to leave. So we normally get the kids all together, and they get candy, and we do a little activity. And the dads get to kind of network with each other, because how often do you get to network with a dad, except if your kid's like, oh, your kid's a baseball player, my kid's a baseball player, and you see him at the baseball
Right,
field or whatever,
right.
or a football player or whatever. But other than that, it doesn't happen a lot. So this is an opportunity for dads to really get in a community of other dads that want to be better and want to invest in their kids and in themselves as well. So it's an excellent program. We are growing. We want to continue to grow at different schools in the area.
Yeah.
And so we just started at St. Luke this week, but we're in other public schools, and it's just a phenomenal program. It's very simple. It's just a really simple program, and it's national.
So when people want to get involved in that, what do they do?
They just contact rightfromthestart.org.
Okay.
And then they can ask for me, Monica Kobus, and I'll be happy to talk to them
Okay.
and get their information, and then we'll take it from there. Katuri Edwards is our fatherhood coordinator, and he has 8 children.
Oh, wow.
So he has 6 children, and then they foster 2 children.
Wow.
And he works full-time, and he works part-time doing this fatherhood coordinator. But this is what he's really passionate about. Plus, he's a preacher, so this guy's all over the place.
Oh, my goodness. He's busy.
He's a busy guy.
Wow.
He's wonderful. And we have a program coming up. This is Bolero, and it's for families. And they can come to this event on Sunday night, November 12th. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. It's $10 per person, and we want the whole family to come.
Okay.
So it is limited as far as how many spots, because we reserve so many lanes. But anyone is welcome. It's really for our all-pro dad families, but anyone who might be interested, they're welcome to come.
Okay. And they just go to rightfromthestart.org.
They go right
that as well.
Right from the start. So that's our fatherhood program,
Okay.
and that's just one of our missions, because the other is we want to reduce unwed teenage pregnancy. You know, we have one of the highest rates of teen pregnancy here in Columbus, Georgia. We also have a pretty high poverty rate, and we want to stop that cycle of poverty. And one of the things that we know, that everybody knows, is when you get an education, then you get a job,
Right.
you know, then you get into a relationship, then you have a child. I mean, that's the sequence for success. And unfortunately, that's not what may be happening here in this community in some, areas, or just throughout the community, as a matter of fact. So we are in the schools, and we teach relationship education and leadership, and it's called the REAL program. Veronica Austin is currently at one of our schools, and she's teaching, but she goes around to the high schools every 2 weeks, and she teaches the 9th graders how to make healthy decisions, how to date right. What are the red flags in dating? What are the consequences of teenage pregnancy? What do you want for your future? And it's just a powerful program, because she has this energy that she just loves everybody, and you can feel it. And so when she goes in there and she said, I love you, and they're like, you don't know me. How can you love me?
Right.
She goes, I know that's what you think, but give me some time. And at the end, they don't want her to go, because they know that that's how she feels about it. She's so passionate about it. She wants to really help these young gentlemen and these young ladies to be the best that they can be, and to make decisions that hopefully will lead them to success. So that's a powerful program. All of our programs are designed really to touch, to go to the root of the problem, we're not surface at all. We go deep. I was teaching at Aflac today how to avoid falling for a jerk, the program. I think
Okay.
you and I went over
We did.
the model
Yes,
of
we-
know, trust, rely, commit, and then touch.
Right.
And it was all about teaching these people how to date now, because it's so difficult right now, and you know, the online thing, which is not real. Although 1/3 of all marriages are based on online relationships. I'd like to see what happens in 10 or 15 years.
Right.
You know, and get a statistic on that. But it really, everything, society has changed. And it's a precarious situation to be single now and to try to date, because you're like, where am I going to meet these quality
Yeah,
people?
where do you go?
And something must be wrong with me because I'm not dating or something. And it's not. It's not that. And there are quality people out there. And you just need to know how to date as well as where to go to even meet those quality people. So we teach things like that as well. We teach premarital education. We teach marriage classes. So, but to reduce the teenage pregnancy, we're teaching how to avoid falling for a jerk and the relationship education and leadership program. Now, our other threefold, we have a threefold manifesto. So the third one is to increase marriage longevity and decrease divorce. And we know that a lot of the social ills in our society, just in our community, is because of family fragmentation.
Right.
We don't want that. Marriage is number one, and it's designed to be that. After your relationship with God or any spiritual being that you believe in, you know, that marriage partner is yours. You made a choice, you know, and they are above the kids. They need to be above the kids. You have to invest in that relationship because it's lifelong.
Right.
You know, and go out and have date nights. Go out and go to a marriage retreat or workshop. Go on vacation together, just the two of you. You know, yes, go on a family vacation, but you really, it's a treasure. And I think if people saw it as that, then they would realize it's worth it to really stick with it, because there are going to be some hard times. How do you deal with those hard times? And we teach classes like, hey, you know, here's some skills. Here's something, this is how to communicate. That person didn't grow up communicating that way. So you have to understand and come to an agreement, how are we going to communicate? But really the number one thing is acceptance of the other person. And how we all, and I said this the last time, we crave to be loved.
Right.
We crave to be accepted. We crave to be understood. We crave that deep relationship. We don't want something superficial. We want something that's deep, that the intimacy, the into me you see.
Right.
And people dating nowadays, they crave that, but they don't know how to get that. So we teach them those skills of how to get there. But then once they're there and they commit to each other, well, hey, you know, it's not all happy all the time. You know, you have to deal with real life.
Right.
So we teach them the skills, like, okay, what do you do with conflict? Here are some conflict management skills, some communication skills, expectations. What are the expectations? You know, we get mad about, he didn't take out the trash, and then we're mad all day. You know?
Right, yeah.
But you have to really look at, well, do you have expectations? Have they been clearly stated? And are they realistic? You know, so let's look at that. Let's discuss things like that. So we're very excited. We've got so many of these programs. The last program I want to talk about is Family Wellness, and this is a free program. So I'd really like the whole community to be aware of this. We realize that everything stems from the family, stems from the home. Even academic achievement, it's going to stem from the home.
Absolutely.
Okay, so to have a strong, healthy family, most people haven't learned skills on how to be a healthy parent or even a healthy human being. I'm talking about emotionally and socially. So this program teaches that, and the kids ages 8 and up are in this program. And the ages 7 and under, there's free childcare. So we ask for the whole family, no matter if it's a grandfather or an uncle or an aunt or whomever is in the family, in the household, to come to this. And then they work on structures that will help them succeed. For example, they'll look at their past as a family and they'll say, oh, grandfather had a problem with drinking, or, then his father had a problem with drinking. Okay, we might be facing that. What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? And we give them resources and we say, okay, here are your options. What are you going to do as a family? Let's talk about it. We give them skills for communication, for conflict management, and also to deal with gangs, sex, drugs, bullying, things like that. That kid comes home and may become depressed. You're not quite sure how to handle it, and things like, you don't want to share it with everybody. And we give you skills on how to deal with that. We give skills on how to be a scream-free parent. I need that sometimes. Okay, just saying. But so you're not screaming at your kid all the time.
So you know how to discipline them.
You know how to discipline, but you set up the expectations, and the whole family does. So the whole family sits down and sets the rules and the consequences and the behaviors that are expected. And then everybody's on the same, plate as far as, okay, well, let's look up there.
Right.
All right, that rule, you helped us make this rule, so that's why we want the kids involved, because we want them to feel empowered and have a voice. And the more that they can feel empowered within this family structure, the more successful this is.
So when is that event?
This is November 11th
and
December 9th.
Oh, okay.
All right,
two
so
different
you
options.
need to come to two sessions.
Come to two sessions.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's from 9 to 1 at South Columbus United Methodist Church on Benning Drive. It's open to anyone. People can contact me at rightfromthestart.org.
Okay.
Monica Kobus. I'm the one who will be facilitating this program. And, we want the entire family involved. Now, it's first come, first serve. We only have so many slots available. But the great thing is we have incentives. We have Walmart cards. We have gas cards. If people come to the class, we have free food. We have free childcare. I mean, even if you're a single parent and you're like, well, I don't have a family, it's just me and my son, come.
That's your family.
Yes, your family, come. Come and learn how to be a single parent, how to deal with everything, and trying to be the mom and dad, at the same time. This is all about reducing stress, becoming a stronger, happier, healthier family from the inside out.
That's great.
It's great.
That I think everybody should do that.
I know. It's a fantastic program.
That is fantastic.
We hope that people will take advantage. It's November 11th and December 9th. From 9 to 1. And they need to come to both sessions in order to be eligible for the end of the year celebration.
Oh, okay.
So that the end of the year celebration will have barbers, we'll have people doing your hair, manicures, pedicures, massage. It's a celebration for people learning new skills so that we can have a happier and healthier community.
That's great. That's a lot of stuff coming up. Oh my gosh.
It is a lot of stuff.
Okay, rightfromthestart.org is where you can go to find out about all of the things that we've been talking about today. So rightfromthestart.org is the website.
Yeah.
Monica Kobus, thank you for being here
Thank
again
you.
with me today.
I appreciate it so much.
I always enjoy talking to you because it's just fascinating, and the things that you don't realize about families in the community, and the things that you don't realize that maybe people aren't learning these things, or you don't know. How do you know how to do things, especially if you're a first-time parent or if you're a young parent, or
they didn't come with a book,
family
did they?
dynamic change. No, it doesn't come with a book. And if they're finding if the family dynamic has changed, if grandparents live in the home,
blended
or if there's,
families
yes,
that don't know how to navigate the new atmosphere of one house, and they're struggling, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle this.
Well, the mission is amazing, and you're doing great work. So
thank you.
We'll have to have you back again, because I know you'll always have something great to talk about.
It's fun. It's fun coming on here. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. It's good to see you. And we will see all of you when we come back with more of Eye on Columbus.
I am a teenager.
I am online.
I enjoy sharing thoughts.
Music.
Videos.
Ideas.
Information.
I will not
I will not be a victim to threats.
To stalking.
To soliciting.
to predators.
I will be responsible.
I will be careful.
I will be honest.
I will be smarter.
I would get my parents involved.
I will protect myself.
I will be safe.
I am a teenager.
And I
And I
Will not.
Be bullied.
Welcome back to Eye on Columbus. I'm Robin Wallace, and now I'm joined in the studio with Alfie Jux, who has a nonprofit, Soul of My Footprints.
Soul of My Footprint.
What is that?
The Soul of My Footprint, we are, of course, a nonprofit organization. And what we do is we collect shoes here in Columbus, and we collect dental supplies, and we carry them to Africa. And this September, I made my 7th trip there to Uganda. And what was special about this trip was I took my first medical team, and they did an awesome job there. So
What got you started doing this? This is your 7th year.
this is my 7th trip. In 1993, I just felt like God was speaking to me, saying, go to Africa and give my people some relief.
And you had no connection.
I had no intentions of going to Africa. I was in my mid-20s. I was in college. And I had no intention of going to Africa. I didn't know nobody in Africa. So I called a friend of mine. I said, hey, this is what God said to me. He said, okay, I have a friend who lives in Uganda. So I called them. I said, hey, my name is Alfie. I'm coming to Uganda. What can I bring? He said, whatever you bring, the people will be grateful. So I packed my 2 suitcases with shoes and basic care items and clothes and whatever I can pack. And I went to Africa. And what was interesting was I never met this guy. I didn't know what he even looked like. So when I got to the airport, he had a sign with my name on it. And the rest is history. And it's now, so I've been doing missionary work there for 17 years.
Wow. Have you stayed in contact with that guy?
Yeah, because he's one of my partners there.
Oh,
so we've
okay.
been working together.
So he's your connection there now.
Yes, he's
he's
my
boots
right-hand
on the
man.
ground, so to
Absolute,
speak.
Yep.
Wow.
And so, you know, what's interesting about my first trip is whenever someone go with me, they do a lot of, they go on the website and they just investigate everything about
Sure.
Uganda, the water, the people, the animals. Just when I went, I didn't care about safety. I didn't care about where I was going to sleep. I didn't care about what I was going to eat. I just knew that I need to go to Africa and help as much as I could. And that's what I've been doing since
Wow.
2000.
Okay, so tell me about the last few years, because in the beginning it was just you.
It was just me.
And now, every year that you go, more people come with you.
I took my first visitor in 2015. It was just her and I. And last year we took 5 people. And this year we took 15 people.
And that was
So
the medical team.
That was the medical team.
Okay.
And so next year I'm expecting 30 plus. Because everyone who went last year, they're planning on returning this year.
And what all do you do when you go over there?
Well, now we have the medical part.
Okay.
And so the medical people do their own thing. And so what the non-medical people do is we give out the shoes, we feed the villages, we buy rice and sugar there, and we give each family food to take back home. And we pass out dental supplies, toothpaste, toothbrush, and we're making dresses as well to give out to the young girls who's in the villages as well. So we're excited. The medical team did an awesome job. They saw over 200 people in 2 days.
Oh,
and
that's
a lot of
a
people.
lot of people.
The people was wrapped around the building. And who we mainly serviced for the medical was elders and babies. and they had a lot of serious conditions. We had one guy, he had gangrene, and he didn't know that leg must come off. He was just unaware. That leg must come off. We saw a lot of people with hypertension, 200 over 150, that was common. There was one lady, she came in and her baby had Down syndrome. And of course, we can look at a child and she had no idea. Like, she was wondering why he can't walk, why he can't do these things. She was uneducated about a child being down.
Yeah, she had no idea.
No idea. You know, why he can't hold his head up.
Right.
And they were trying to explain to her, you know, this is what, you know, the condition is for your child.
So when you go over there, are you typically just there for a couple of days?
We normally stay for a week.
Okay.
We leave like from a Monday until Monday. So
Okay.
we do like 3 or 4 days of mission work. And then the other couple of days, I take them out so they can see Africa. You know, we go see animals, we go on boat rides, and just to see the country as well.
And you said that after this year's visit and with the medical team, you're looking at a facility.
We are expecting to build a clinic
Wow.
in Uganda. I've already bought some land there. I bought 1.5 acres. And we're going to be sending out some proposals next month. And hopefully we're going to get some other corporations on board, some more hospitals on board. And we're expecting to be in that clinic when we go there in September. So we're going to have a medical part,
Okay.
and I've also partnered up with Dr. Kathy Cook. She owns Cook Dental Care. So she's going to be doing the dental part of it.
Okay.
So we're interested. I mean, we're really excited about that.
Yeah, as you should be.
Really excited.
So what can we as a community do for you?
So what we're doing, we're already starting to collect shoes. We've partnered up with Walmart for the last 3 years. They give
Okay.
shoes throughout the year.
Okay.
So we're collecting new shoes, children's shoes. I prefer new shoes, but we are accepting like new shoes. We're also collecting dental supplies, toothpaste and toothbrushes. And we also feed the villages as well. So, you know, they can set up a program where they can collect those items.
Okay.
Or they can just make a donation, which will go towards building the clinic and buying food while we're there.
So how do people find you? How do they reach out to you?
I'm all over social media. I have a Facebook page called The Soul of My Footprint. Or they can go to my website, which is www.tsomf.org.
Okay.
So that's the soulofmyfootprint.org. And they'll find a lot of information there and how to give as well.
Okay. That is great. Yeah, people need to get involved with this.
You know, we're just excited. You know, I think that we are such a transparent organization, and people can see where they donated shoes on a Monday and see where we put those same shoes on someone's feet on Wednesday. You know, they become emotionally attached. You know,
Absolutely.
to what we're doing
And then
what-
once you get emotionally attached, then you want to help more. and
Absolutely.
more.
So
And then you want to get more people involved.
that's exactly true. So they can see the desperate needs of the children in Africa. So so it's easy for them to give when they know that it's going for this reason. And while we was there, we took a lot of pictures, we did a lot of videotaping, so they can always look and see, okay, they are really putting, you know, what I gave them, they're really giving it to the
So
people.
people can go and look on your website, your Facebook page, and see
Absolutely,
exactly
where your
what
money
you're doing.
and your donations going to. So we're just excited about, this city partnering up with us and, looking forward to other organizations and corporations to come aboard and, because you don't find too many organizations taking medical teams there. And so we're just trying to get more people involved in that perspective as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we're excited.
Well, you should be.
We're excited.
I mean, think about where you started and to how far you've come.
The first 3 or 4 years going to Africa, I used to tell the people, I used to apologize to them because every year I would come by myself and I could only bring so much.
So much.
And I said, hey, I'm so sorry because it's just me, I had one job, and that's to get other people to come. And I felt like I had failed them because I kept coming along by myself. But now more people starting to come.
Now you're getting the word out.
We're
People
getting the
are
word out. And
finding out about it and wanting to be a part of it.
they want to be a part of it, and now we're collecting more things, and we're able to take over more things. So, so we're excited about that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. So again, they can find you on Facebook
I'm on Facebook, The Soul of My Footprint,
or your website.
or the website. You can go to tsomf.org,
Okay.
and all of the information is there.
Okay. Well, that's great. Alfie, it was so nice to meet
It was
you
nice
today.
meeting you as well.
I am so
Thanks for having
excited.
me.
I'm going to be following you on Facebook.
Please do so.
I will do that when I leave here. I'll make sure that I like the page and start following you.
Please do so.
I will
You can
definitely
go
do
back
that.
and view all of the pictures, all of the videos, because there were 16 people, 15 people going. So, that week we flooded
Yeah.
our lives. People like, hey, I'm tired of seeing Africans. So everybody was posting daily, like hundreds of pictures and videos. So you can go back and take a look at
That's
those.
fantastic. Well, keep up the good work. Good luck,
Thank
and good
you.
luck with your medical facility.
Hey,
that sounds amazing.
We're going to do it. We're going to build it. We're definitely going to build it.
You are.
this year.
Well, I'm going to be watching you.
Okay.
And I'll be seeing all of you when you watch the next edition of Eye on Columbus.